Hi, welcome back to our channel. Thanks so much for watching. We are continuing our homestead project or adventure, and the next kind of phase or step in our project is that we need to put in a road. If you were with us in the last video, we had talked about having to do the driveway in order to, what was it? To get an address and to like do electrical. And so a driveway needs to be put in. We had talked to, not we, sorry, I will not take credit for it. Kevin and our family who we bought the property with, they made so many calls. I think like 30 road builders we tried. And last time they were able to manage, when they went up there for well witching, they were able to manage to meet with one of the road builders. He was really nice. He had said that he was going to get back to us. Never did. And you know, whether that's because he's busy, there's too many projects, he didn't want the project, I don't know, we don't know. But what ended up happening was that he didn't give us a quote, and we obviously couldn't move forward with that. So we were kind of hit with the decision of, do we wait and try to get a road builder in, or do we do it ourselves? Because our timelines within our family members are different to kind of get up there and moved, we ultimately did make the decision to do it ourselves, because our family is trying to get up there and put in that infrastructure, but we can't do that, and they can't build without the driveway, without the electrical, without the well. We can't do certain things, and so it kind of has to happen, and everything takes a long time to do. And especially because in Idaho, unlike in California, you have a very short window for construction. I think like 6, maybe 8 months, depending on how lucky you are. Whereas in here in California, you have 10 to 12 months of building ability.
Depending on where you're at in California.
Depending, yeah, that's true. So at least where we are out of the Orange County area, you have a lot of flexibility with building. So that's kind of how we got to this place. Do you want to talk about the drafts?
Yeah, so we initially, when we went up there, we met with the road builder, we decided to put a road kind of closer to the north portion of our property. I submitted plans, and then we quickly found out that there's a seasonal stream or seasonal something, yeah. a seasonal waterway that was there that basically made that proposed driveway a very complicated and very expensive process. So in talking with the county officials, they said, well, if you move it the other side, you'll have a much easier process and we'll approve it. So basically what I did is I moved it to the south end. I didn't put it all the way on the south end initially because of the fact that there's the road crest at that area, and I didn't want to be entering traffic on the crest of a road. So I actually moved the initial approach about 300 feet south or north of the crest of the road, and then we ended up curving it to the left and then curving it back to the right. So now it was on the south property line. In total, the whole driveway was about 1,600 feet. And then once I obviously drew that out, they approved it, and then we basically hit the ground running with all the other stuff we had to do.
And just to clarify really quick, the need for the driveways for the addresses, you don't need like a complete driveway. You don't need it for everything. You only need like a certain amount.
Yeah, so in essence, the driveway is only inspected for at least in our area, the highway district only inspects the first, I think, 30 feet. They like to see it. Obviously, they want to see the approach done, which is the driveway that meets the county road, and they want to see it done correctly so there's no plows can get through, and they also want to see a culvert installed. Those are the type of things. After the first 30 feet, they can care less what you put, what you do. But yeah, so we literally met with obviously you'll see we met with the inspector, and we got everything approved, but that was, in essence, the 30 feet was all we needed to have it inspected.
Right. So we did 1,600 feet. But we're not done with the road. We just put that in to cover our bases, to have enough so that can get us through a few phases of like the next planning phases. Mm-hmm. And so that's why we did 1,600 feet, not just like 30 feet or 40 feet. And so that's kind of where we started.
So in preparation for the project, after we decided that we were actually going to try to take this project on, we started doing calls to get, obviously, equipment out there, to get materials, and to make sure deliveries were on time. Having never built in Idaho, North Idaho in specific, that was a challenge in itself. I quickly realized that calling for equipment was very difficult. I couldn't get a specific bulldozer. I couldn't get any bulldozers, frankly, I was basically left with the 2 skid steers, as you'll see in the video. Couldn't find an excavator because it's just everything was just either sold out, or they didn't have any availability, or they were overdue because of the fact that everyone was trying to do the same thing at the same time. The next challenge that I had was sourcing materials. I needed something about 560 tons of gravel to lay down a 1,600-foot driveway. Yeah, I don't know where to even start looking for that until I started researching it. Luckily, I found a quarry that was very close to us and was able to give us 2 dump trucks to be able to schedule deliveries for 2 days nonstop, with them coming every hour. So ultimately, we decided to invest about 10 days in building a driveway, and then we basically got up there and hit the ground running with all the stuff that we are currently on our land in Idaho. We just started doing our driveway. We got 2 skid steers out here. Basically, today the goal is to do our culverts, and then, which are those big black pipes there, and then curve the driveway around. So basically, if you're looking at it, it'll go towards the left, and then it'll start where that second skid steer is on that side. That's our plan for the day. So hopefully we can kind of get that started. We have gravel coming in a couple days, about 504 tons for a 1,600-foot driveway. So hope you guys stick along and see what you guys can learn from this, and always like the comments, so see what happens. So in this portion, I'm laying down the culvert for the roadway. In our area, the highway district basically only inspects the first 20-25 feet of the actual approach, which is the area of the driveway that meets the road. In particular, they're looking for a culvert, which is we're using a black, it's a plastic material, high density polyethylene plastic pipe basically. And basically you throw this, or you put this in the ditch, allows the water to run underneath the driveway so it doesn't erode your driveway when snow melts or when rain comes. So this portion of it is where we're putting the culvert in, and then eventually it gets covered up, and then we drive over that, and then the inspector will come by making sure that it's the proper grade coming in and out of the driveway, so the snowplows don't run into anything as they're plowing the roads to keep the roads open.
And I think just in terms of the actual culvert, first layer that they put down into the ditch is going to be gravel.
Yeah, so I basically dug a trench. We threw in 3/4 inch gravel to kind of give me a good base to that. I ended up putting the culvert on top of that, and then I put driveway fabric on there, and then I put the culvert on top of the driveway fabric, and then I put we encapsulated the 3/4 or the culvert in 3/4 inch gravel, compacting it into lifts. You'll see in the video just to make sure it's secure. I don't want it to roll away. Obviously, I don't want it to be uplifted. Don't want to see a heavy load, make the culvert collapse. So that's basically, we try to get that as secure as possible, keeping the same slope and making sure water runoff went from A to B where it needed to go.
Well, after basically a day of work, we got that culvert in. A little harder than I expected it to be, excuse me. But now it's in. It's got plenty of fall. I ended up throwing 3/4 inch gravel in the bottom of it, and then we ended up putting the driveway fabric on that. Now we're going to load it up with gravel on both sides to secure it in. Yes, it is a little high still. We're going to work on getting that taken. Good morning, everyone. Day 3 of this driveway project. Just got another load of gravel this morning, first thing this morning. And then we'll have another load coming in this afternoon, hopefully a little bit later. I'm going to compact my culvert, and then we will be ready to backfill further. Currently, just needs to be compacted. But yeah, I have a jumping jack or a pain in the butt compactor coming in, so that'll be coming in. I got to move some gravel around to kind of get my lift. I was trying to create a kind of a temporary driveway, but it didn't work. I ran out of gravel. So idea is to compact layer by layer and then bring it to rough grade, and then we'll have our riprap, which is a bigger piece of gravel, go on top to kind of do as a guess not an erosion control, but a dust control, so it prevents dirt from going onto the street there. Yeah, that's kind of our update this morning. Got a lot of work before gravel comes tomorrow for our actual driveway, and we'll go from there.
Hi, welcome back to our channel.
Hi.
Isn't it? Hi, welcome back to the channel.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, hi, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for watching.
Hi, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for
Okay. Okay, let's try this again. All right. Well, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching.